Hello.
Hi.
I'm Callum.
And I'm Nick.
And this is
That's Eurovision, baby.
Oh God, this is not that kind of show. This is a good Christian Eurovision podcast, actually.
The best kind.
Just two straight Christian boys talking about Eurovision.
Exactly. We're going to be covering Russia's new Eurovision contest. We're so excited, guys.
Ooh, yeah. We're definitely not covering that.
Got to be this heterosexual
Sorry.
to ride.
Yeah. No, Nick. Today we're talking about a very different theme to Intervision. We are going to be discussing the robbed divas of Eurovision history. The ones who everyone thought should have qualified, should have made it to that grand final, but in a shocking move were pipped in the semi-finals, which is a sad thing, but I feel like there's so many songs that we all hold very dear that just never made it to the grand final, and we're all a bit like, why?
Now, of course, there are so many songs that people call robbed that actually did make it to the grand final and maybe came in second, third, fourth, 10th, otherwise. We will not be discussing those today. We are specifically just going to have a little chat about all the divas who got this close to the big dance but didn't quite make it.
Robbed isn't, should have won Eurovision. No, robbed is, can't believe it didn't even make it to the grand final. Got kicked out at the worst possible moment.
The kind of act that were in the bookies' odds as like third favorite to win their semi-final and ended up not even scraping it across the line. Those are the divas that we are choosing to focus on today. So, Callum.
Yes, so today it's not a full-blown, it's not a ranking, guys. We've just selected from the history books 10 songs that we really loved that didn't make it to the grand final of Eurovision. I've had a look at the list because I made the list. A lot of them are recent. So if you're maybe wanting some deep cuts from like 2009 semi-finals, they're not going to be here, but hey, leave it in the comments. We just probably thought of it. And I think the reason largely that is, Nick, is because I feel like as Eurovision sort of becomes a bit more mature and starts to play with like really good pop music and stops being like its own category, we start to see more and more songs falling out of semi-finals that are just generally good songs that 10 years prior probably would have done very well.
Exactly. I think that overall, over the last, especially probably decade, the quality of music overall that we've seen coming to Eurovision has vastly improved, which means that you're much more likely to get a lot of these robbed non-qualifiers
So
coming through.
I'm saying that for the people in the comments being like, oh, it's just recency bias. It probably is.
Exactly.
Okay?
Doesn't mean it's not shit hot.
So shush and let us start our ranking.
Exactly.
Our rating.
Exactly.
Rating, not ranking, sorry.
Speaking of starting our rating, how would you like to start, Callum?
So let's start our little amuse-bouche of 10 songs.
Some tasty morsels.
By talking about, I think, maybe one of the most famous robbed songs of all time. Ooh. I'm talking about 2019's entry from Portugal, Conan Osíris, Telemóveis.
I love that I'm reacting like I didn't read the list.
Yeah. Thank you. No, we need this in the moment.
To be fair, I think that I was actually just having like a visceral secondhand reaction to just remembering that song didn't qualify.
Yeah, I think that history has done this song a lot of favors. It is well known for just how many people considered it robbed, and I want to give it its dues today because it truly is maybe one of my all-time favorite Eurovision entries, and the fact that it didn't qualify in the grand final is crazy. Portugal, I feel like post their win in 2017 just started entering good shit. Just some good shit.
Just some straight up good shit.
They stay in their lane of being culturally relevant, sort of taking folk elements, taking kind of elements of, Portuguese tradition, but then just adding little touches of like contemporary elements here and there to create songs that have gone on to qualify, every year since 2019?
Yeah, because I will say, like, Portugal for me is probably not quite as celebrated as Ukraine, but I feel like doing something very similar to Ukraine where they always seem to be sending something relevant from like a cultural point of view, but that still has that modernity.
Do you feel like when you hear a Portuguese entry, you know it's from Portugal in the same way you would do that with Ukraine?
Exactly.
So depressingly, I believe I'm correct in saying this, and if not, don't correct me. ever since 2017 when they won, Portugal has qualified every single Eurovision grand final except for this one
Poor Conan.
from Telemóveis. To get into the song a little bit, why do I love it so much? I think the song is just deeply experimental. It's very avant-garde. You have these like beautiful choruses, beautiful verses, then a very experimental chorus. And I think that's probably the reason it didn't qualify. I think at the end of the day, this song didn't qualify largely because I just think it was a bit too ahead of its time and referencing sort of genres that the general voting public found to be a little bit alienating. And as a result, you've got this song that is heralded by a lot of us in the Eurovision bubble, and I know you're out there, guys, who just found the beauty in the song and thought it was just this trying to push the limits of what Eurovision music should be and wasn't rewarded. And I think, dare I say, had it been released in the last like 2 or 3 years, I think the song becomes an easy qualifier.
I think it becomes a strong contender.
Yes.
I love this song. I think that it's just, I feel like I use this explainer a lot for when I don't really quite have the words to express what I'm trying to express. It's just fucking cool. It's just a really cool song, and I think has so much of that like sort of undertone of like general vibiness to it.
Wow, that's deep. An undertone of general vibiness.
An undertone of general vibiness. But I think just the way that it's like interwoven, like the electronic sort of like undertrack and melody, and just Conan, I feel like the whole beard situation.
So I have a feeling that this is maybe part of the reason why I didn't qualify, though.
Yeah.
I think two things. It's too cool. I think too experimental. I also think that maybe a lot of people didn't appreciate that the choruses weren't sung. They were mainly instrumental, and he was doing that sort of really interpretive dancing. I loved it.
Yeah.
But I can see people who go in with a very traditionalist view of what Eurovision should be, feeling like this song was too far out of the confines.
It's a verse, it's a chorus, it's a bridge. There's a key change, and this had sort of none of those kind of things.
But this song has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
It's kind of timeless in how good it is. And I just want to give Telemóveis. I'm sorry, I'm not Portuguese, but I'm trying my best to do the S sound they do with it. Telemóveis. Maybe it's Telemóveis. But I just want to give it its dues for what I maybe would call the most robbed of all time, because I just think that from a production standpoint, from what the song, it had such a strong point of view, such a strong artistic direction from a country that has been hitting its stride year after year, and it was paid dust. But we are not paying you dust, Conan. We are giving you that coveted first slot in this video. So guys, I know a lot of you are going to agree with me, so sound off in the comments. We love Conan.
Guys, go stream Telemóveis by Conan Osiris.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien. Conan Gray. Love.
Very cute. Anyway, that is me. That's enough of me gushing about Portugal 2019. Give me a song that didn't qualify that you want to shout from the rooftop.
It's time for me to gush a little bit. Because
please.
You don't want me gushing?
Oh.
Let me gush.
No.
Let me gush. Okay, I'm going to gush. It's time for me to have a little chat and a little gush about Eru, Georgia's representative from 2023.
Yeah, great choice.
And her song Echo.
Yeah.
What a fucking tune.
Days in a row. Yes.
What a, like, this is such a fun and dynamic song, and the fact that it didn't qualify is genuinely so disappointing to me.
He's angry.
Oh, I was pissed. I was also surprised, because I think that this song, I'm sure among many other reasons, but I feel like this was sort of a moment in time where the crowds of people who were like, why does Georgia always get paid dust even when they're sending good stuff, was sort of really out and rampant. And look, there are times when I agree with that, and there are times when I don't agree with that. But this was one of the times where I really felt genuinely quite disappointed that this song didn't make it through to the grand final.
I felt like people just wrote this song off in a way that I was very confused by, because I think the quality and production of that song was great.
The performance was immaculate. The song itself is still one that I listen to regularly to this day. It was such a fantastic song.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why this one didn't qualify.
My understanding from the community is that they found Iru's lyricism to be very off-putting, because it is slightly gibberish, the song. It doesn't really make any sense.
A little bit gibberish.
So people found that to be like difficult to connect with, maybe.
I think this is another... I mean, not that we ever have I guess, sort of an empty well of complaints, but I think this is just another complaint to add to the column of... You don't have to send a song in English.
Yeah,
so, like,
very true.
Please sing in your national languages.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding unfair. Like,
unfair.
Like, when you're Swedish and you speak pretty much perfect English,
okay,
you can send a song in English.
Yeah.
When you are not from a country that generally speaks English, and maybe your strength is not in speaking English and knowing English fluently, I think that you are more likely to get, like... You can sing nonsense in your own language.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may not be aware, but when you come and sing nonsense in I guess, a common language like English that a lot of people do understand, it's very easy to understand when people don't understand it.
Save it for the Hear Me Out episode, Diva. This is, I think you're cooking with something here. I think Iru could articulate quite well. Like, I don't think she had a particularly strong, like, Georgian accent singing. I think it was just she was let down by weak songwriting.
It wasn't the accent. It wasn't anything like that. I think it was just...
And maybe slightly unmemorable staging.
Yeah.
Like, when I think about 2023 semi-finals, what made that stand out?
Yeah.
But yes, this song really just feels it's so well done.
Yeah.
It's dramatic. It's big. It's got those moments of quiet too.
Yeah.
Vocally, she delivered impeccably. Yeah. It's got a nice opportunity for a vocal run at the end as well. Like, it has all the hallmarks of a great Eurovision song. Yeah. I just feel like, it's the classic thing of there are certain countries at Eurovision who just don't maybe have the allies and the instant votes in their sleeve, and they have to work so hard to qualify. Yeah. And I think Georgia is very much one of those countries.
And I think that I was also just a little bit pissed as well this year because at the same time we lost Iceland,
Delia.
Yeah, Delia.
Power. Not on this list.
Not on this list, because I will say that song was not as... it wasn't as robbed, but I think I was just double pissed because they both didn't make it at the same time, and I thought that
very
both of them
strong
did.
year, though.
Very strong year.
Very strong. Latvia didn't qualify that year, which we loved. Anyway, maybe we need a part 2 for robbed songs too.
Just of 2023.
All of the sequels we're planning up, guys. But yes.
So,
pour one out for Iru.
But I think it's time to move on to your next song, Callum.
I'm so excited to talk about this one too. I want to take us back to 2016. If Portugal's one non-qualifier in the last God knows how long was 2019, this country's only non-qualifier was from 2016 to the last 10 plus years. And I'm, of course, talking about Norway, Agnette's Icebreaker.
Oh, tune.
Yes. Again, I think this song actually suffers slightly the same fate of a Conan Osiris, where maybe it was pushing the boundaries a little bit too far.
Yeah.
If you're unfamiliar with Icebreaker, its big selling point or potentially point of contention is the fact that it's essentially 2 songs grafted together with no real sense of transition.
No,
they just sort of collide.
Because I will say, I know that you adore this song.
Love this song.
I don't love this song as much because I think that I'm probably part of the audience that voted not for this. That voted not for this song.
You don't vote.
Voted not for this song.
Not for a song.
I vote not. I actually put down on my ballot. I spent $3,000 voting, and I just said I want all of the songs but this one.
Yeah.
I think I was one of the people that was maybe not as in love with the ramming of the 2 songs together.
Brilliant. Never been done before. Truly visionary.
Bus.
Yes.
Club. Another bus.
I am so sorry to your small brain for not being able to really understand the artistry.
Yeah, I do think it is actually on me. It is actually, I'd like to put my hand up. I think that it's actually my fault.
Yeah, and it is. And I'm glad you finally acknowledged that.
Thank you so much.
This song just has a hold on me because I found the sort of switch into that chorus to be quite delightful. I liked the sort of... I don't know if challenge is the right word, but I liked the way that your brain is forced to switch.
So you admit the song is challenging?
It's challenging, but so is Conan Osiris. Sorry, I like it. Sorry, it's just... I think I just need a song to be a bit deeper than just 3 minutes of derivative bullshit. And so you just wow me, you know.
Just transcend.
This song, I think... Yes, I think its biggest problem was that people tuned in for the first time in Eurovision 2016 and were like, oh, this is challenging. this song for me is one where as you listen to it more and you get more used to it and you now know the chorus is coming, it's so fun. It's epic. It feels like, you know, she is the icebreaker. She is smashing through those icebergs. She's like
that ship is coming.
She is swimming like Aquaman through icebergs on that chorus, and the chorus ends and she's just still suddenly as she sings. Yeah.
I like this. Is this another great example of Mr. Drag? Is this another example where she's doing the
drag?
This is like she's singing the verse and then all of a sudden she turns around, full mustache, full man drag on the other side.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's where she went wrong.
I think 2016, very good year. I think there were quite a few slips to make it into that grand final. I'm just saying. And I think that to have a song of that quality not make it when songs of far lesser quality did that year.
Call them out, Callum. Call them out.
No.
Fair.
Not yet.
Okay.
That's for when we
that's our Eurovision call out episode.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm not calling it out because that's an idea. Write that down.
Mans. I'm coming for you.
Controversial Eurovision songs that we want to call out. The beatdown.
We do one episode of songs that should have got through, and then we do another episode of songs that were just like, boo.
For every song that we're saying that should have gone through, we must swap it out for an entry.
Toots and boots.
Yeah.
Oh, love.
Anyway, I will finish eulogizing Icebreaker by saying that I am a huge fan of the 2 songs in one approach. I think you don't want to over-rely on stuff like that, but I think for the gimmick, it worked really well and should have made it through. And that's why it's on this list.
That's an opinion.
It is an opinion. It's the correct opinion. But yes, move on, Nick. What's your next one?
So, my one...
It's shit.
Yeah, my one...
I don't like it, actually.
Much more universally...
Too basic.
A much more universally shared opinion.
Universally shit opinion.
Maybe that one too. My next one is, I believe, 2022.
2022. I don't know what song you're saying.
2022 Cyprus. No, Cyprus. Yeah, Cyprus. It is the incredible, the inimitable.
It is of course.
It is of course. Callum loves to give me shit because apparently I say that before I announce anything.
Call him out in the comments whenever Nick announces a song. He'll be like, "It is of course." And the problem is, I've started doing it, and so anyway,
it is of course the incredible Andromache or Andromache or Andromache. Unclear. There's no accent, so I'm going to presume it's the first one, Andromache.
I don't know.
With her song Ela.
Yeah, great song.
Was that my wrap?
My ood is here. I gotta wrap this up.
Oh, if I could wrap this song up.
In a bow.
And wrap it up in a little bow and take it home with me. Because what a gift.
The song makes me want to immediately go to the Greek islands. Or the Mediterranean. And just like,
I just want
a bit of a cocky.
I want to be on the beach. I want to have a little spritz. And I just
not a care in the world. Wearing a flowy gown.
A
flowy linen.
The way that I would fuck with linen to this song. The way that I would wear a flowing pantsuit made of linen to this.
I'm putting that on like the box art of the song. The way that I would fuck with linen to this song. That is the statement.
That's the tagline.
That's the
And maybe if she'd gone with that motto, she might have qualified. But now that we live in a reality, unfortunately, where she didn't qualify,
we sure do.
We have to look back at the fact that I don't understand why. I think that there's criticism for this song. First of all, I think that there was plenty of trash that went through to the grand final.
2022, can I just say before I'll let you diatribe, I feel like was one of those years where so many songs qualified that I was like, why you over following huge list of songs that definitely should have qualified?
And because the thing was as well with 2022 is that it sort of didn't make sense because it felt like a bit of an outlier because you had 2021 and then you had 2023 where it felt like really quite high quality, consistent songs
you pretty
went
much
through.
21 and 23, you kind of knew the qualifiers very quickly.
See it going. I don't know what happened this year. Anyway, this song is fantastic. I love the sort of like Birth of Venus reference in the shell.
I love the staging.
I love the staging. Like, I feel like people said that the staging was sort of stagnant. I feel like the staging for this
stagnant
year,
enough.
She should have stood perfectly still. There was a lot of body rolling. I loved it. I thought that it was absolutely fantastic. I loved how much it felt like it was almost like the stage. And I mean the stage of Turin that year with the flowing water coming off the edge was kind of like...
yeah.
It felt like it was designed around her performance instead of the other way around.
No, I get that.
And I thought that it was fantastically performed. I know that there's a lot of commentary around saying that like the vocals were weak or that it was a bit inconsistent or that it was a bit stagnant. I don't know if maybe I'm just living in a delusion, but like I think that the soft voice of the song is kind of the point.
I think my issue with that was not so much. Well,
as in the issue with people's opinions,
that criticism,
my opinion.
with that criticism specifically.
Good, thank you.
Is that I think you only need to get nitty gritty if a song is weak or if a song is really going hard. Like, for example, if I'm sending a very down the line ballad, then I think it is deserving of maybe more of a higher critique on vocals. If I'm sending a dance song, then I'm going to be more critical on staging and choreography, right? So if I'm sending a song that is a sort of vibey, summery,
like a bit folky,
a bit just sort of, that hippie vibe, then for me, vocals being more one note or like choreo not being super punchy, that's okay because that's she is transporting us. I guess that's my point.
What do you want to doing a full fucking Chanel backflip to this song?
She has succeeded in transporting us to her world and conveying the message of the song, and I think that once you've done that, you can start getting nitty gritty. But when the songs that qualified that year over it, some were not as good.
Yeah.
I think why be picky on this one when other songs qualified for making much bigger errors?
You know why, Callum? Because I think it's easy to kick a diva when she's down. And I don't believe in that. I think that this song was wonderful. It's a song again.
Diva writes.
Exactly. Diva writes. I think that it's a song that's still in rotation for me to this day. And I know that I said that about the last one and that unfortunately...
I would hope that every song on that you're bringing up is still on your playlist to this day.
It is, but unfortunately I do feel like that's not the single qualifying element of a good Eurovision song.
Yeah, we have a lot of shit music on that playlist and I love it.
I'm self-aware enough to reflect on the fact that being on one of my playlists is not the basis for qualification.
Yeah, I love a shit song. I mean that shit complimentary.
Yeah, exactly. But this one to me was a genuine surprise, and I am willing to go out and say that this was straight out and out robbed.
That's wild, considering that's the name of the episode.
Connections.
He's making connections
I'm making
in real time.
Connections all over. And you know what that connects perfectly to? Your next song.
Because it was also robbed?
Well, no, because it's the next one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But also because...
But it connects.
So many connections.
Yeah.
I'm going to take us recently, guys, and I won't spend too much time on this entry because if you've watched our podcast through the 2025 season coverage, I have already spoken about this quite extensively. But yes, we're going to look at a 2025 song that failed to qualify that is very on brand for me to shout from the rooftops. Because I do believe that Strobe Lights by Red Sebastian, Belgian song this year, was absolutely robbed of a grand final performance. Now, I had to wade through a lot of criticism for me loving this song so much because people really did not like this genre. They didn't like the falsetto, they didn't like the EDM. And you know what? You guys were right. It didn't get enough votes to qualify. And I don't even think it came like 11th or 12th. It was like 13th, 14th.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can admit that like me being like, guys, no, you don't understand. It's Brat. It's like Brat Summer. And so therefore the kids are going to like vote for it because it's Brat. Did not work.
Ladies and gentlemen, the kids, in fact, did not vote for it. They did not vote. And neither did most other people by the seams of it.
I understand that. And I understand that this song was maybe too challenging for people.
Hey, this is a safe space.
Thank you so much.
Red Sebastian.
That's why I wore red.
In solidarity.
And you wore like a slightly Greek number for cypresses. Yeah, exactly. Greek islands and hell.
Red. Greek islands and red.
The hell I was in watching Red Sebastian not qualify. But what I want to bring to the stage and bring to people's attention is the semi-final performance was incredible. Like, take your bias towards or against the song out of it. The way that he and the team elevated the staging, the choreo, I remember like all of the commentators who were seeing the song in the rehearsals were saying Belgium has done it. They have delivered. They have like exceeded this song's expectation.
Yeah.
They have put it up to like a level easy qualify.
And not forgetting that at one point, quite close to the final, it was like in 6th position in the odds
I
to
also
win
think
the
that's why there
contest.
was a lot of negative press around the song is that Belgium was randomly like 6th, or there was one point where they were number 1 in the odds to win. They hadn't even selected yet. And I think people were just angry that, well, if this song's going to win, it better be great. And they didn't like that it wasn't. But for me, I'm like, you had such inspired staging. That clone thing that he did, brilliant. The vocal performance, pretty good. Like maybe not perfect, but again, like pretty fantastic.
But also, you try singing that song. It's really
and I just
hard.
think that like it was one of those examples of a song that exceeded what I saw in my head for its staging. And it was already what I consider to be a really well produced song. And so I was like, it basically ticked all the boxes to qualify. And so when we had that iconic split screen between, what was it, Portugal, Azerbaijan, and
Ukraine.
I don't think it was Ukraine, but it was like and Slovenia.
Oh yeah, we were
just like, the fuck?
What the fuck?
And then Portugal qualified, and look how well Portugal's song has done it's like one of the most streamed songs of the year.
Yeah.
But to think that we lost Belgium, I was devastated. And I will not stop singing its praises, guys. I just think that for a song that was strong and staging that elevated it, it did what it needed to do. And it wasn't enough.
No. Because also on a completely unrelated note, would love to get a little bit of commentary on how we felt about the semi-final screens of them showing the 3 potential ones.
God, it was a bit rough, wasn't it?
Because I will say...
It was a bit rough. Oh, did you like it? Did you like the drama?
I kind of, like, I didn't... So before, when they said that they were going to... When it was announced that it was going to be happening, but it hadn't actually happened yet, I was like, that's fucked. And then, not going to lie, it happened. I lost. I got my life. Like, okay, but like, sound off in the comments.
Get your life. Okay, Nick, we'll move on because again, I've got hours of me waxing lyrically about Belgium in the backlog that if you want to go back and watch our videos, you can watch.
There's plenty there.
Let's move on to your next Rob Diva.
And by moving on, I would suggest that we move ourselves back, but not too far, because we're going back to 2022.
I really forgot how bad your segues were.
Yeah.
I really did.
Did you miss them?
I did not.
Connections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of connections.
Speaking of connections, let's connect ourselves to the divas that we were in 2022.
Sounds like you're doing slam poetry. Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. I am speaking, of course, of the incredible Ronela for Albania with her song Sekret.
Hey, 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 hey.
Back at her. Hey, 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 hey. Sorry. So,
yes.
Ronela's Sekret. There's commentary out there in this world that the performance was a little bit manic. And maybe the vocals could have been a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
This song opened 2022 season, right? First song of semi-final 1. And what an incredible way to open.
This song opened my eyes and my legs. Like, this song... this song is so fucking good. It's so much fun. You say manic... I say high energy, high impact diva.
You say manic, he says depressive.
Yeah. I say manic, you say get medicated.
Yeah.
And I say I will.
Yeah.
I just think that this song is so fucking good. This song absolutely makes me get up and pop puss every single time.
It's such a great, it's such a great representative in the girly bops, the post Fuego girly bop library of songs that the gays have really been treated to in Eurovision in the 2020s, and I think Ronela very much sits in that pantheon.
I completely agree. Which is why I was so violently disappointed that this song
Yes.
did not make it through.
Well, can I provide you with more insight?
I would love you to.
I like to give my little 2 cents as to why they probably didn't.
Was it the mania?
Because I'm the one on Twitter, which I need to get off of it. It's really toxic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You mean X?
No.
Fair.
Yeah. My point is, I believe that if you watch Ronela's performance of Sekret at the Albanian selection, it's pretty incredible. They don't have obviously a stage number, so there's a stage audience. Oh my god, I can't speak. A stage
like a
member
stage
number.
limit?
A stage
Yeah.
limit. 6 people. They have. So she had a little ensemble of a dance troupe, and they were all dressed like regally. It was like blacks and silvers from memory, and they all looked so good.
Abby
And-
Lee Miller looks fantastic in those colors.
Exactly. It was the Abby Lee Miller, the Albania Lee Miller. No, it's bad. I was trying
Albie Lee Miller.
Albie Lee. Thank you. And it looked incredible. And I think the sort of negligee motif that she brought to the Eurovision stage felt like a massive letdown for people who had been following the song in the off season. You had the kind of like dance troupe aesthetic that got so stripped back to what it was.
Yeah.
I think people were genuinely quite disappointed.
So you think even like the loyalists of the song maybe
Yes.
dropped off a bit?
I feel like she lost a couple of people who were really supporting the song because of the downgrade.
Yeah.
And I think 2022 was such a weird year for what
Yeah.
didn't qualify. I think the appetite that year was a lot sadder.
There was kind of no rules.
I think it
no,
was...
sorry, that was 2024.
Oh, God, he's good. He did it again.
Connections.
No, shut up. I think for me, the appetite for 2022 was country leaning, folk leaning, sort of mid tempo, low tempo songs that a sort of, and then Chanel, and I think like and
then also Chanel.
I think a song like this just got lost in the noise,
Yeah.
which is sad because I also love this song.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was going to say. I actually have nothing more to say. I just think that
That's
I was
deep.
Yeah, thank you. I was just extremely disappointed to not see this song make it.
Did you say she was robbed?
Why would I say that?
Yeah, good point.
What have you got for me next?
So I'm taking us back to 2016 yet again. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like I'm obsessed with 2023. You're obsessed 2022, and you're obsessed with 2016.
Yeah, but I feel like 2016 and 2022 had a huge category of songs that were robbed.
Fair.
It's the episode title.
Fair.
I said the name of the
Oh
episode.
my god, you did it.
It's like when they say the name of the movie in the movie. So I am talking about Iceland's entry from 2016, Greta Salome.
Is she Italian?
Greta Salome with Hear Them Calling. It's very of Monsters and Men energy, which ironic coming from Iceland. But what a great song that got paid dust. Just absolutely like, I don't know, is this folky Mumford & Sons of Monsters and Men energy. I just love this song so much. It's great to listen to this day, though random, but the whoever mixed the song on streaming services, it's like a full like half or like a full notch lower than every other song in your playlist.
Oh,
so you
and then
have
like
to turn it
quieter?
up. Yeah, you have to turn it up, and then the next song comes on. It's like, oh, that's so loud.
And then it's strobe lights.
Yeah, when strobe lights comes on, I'm like
leading.
Exactly. But what can I say about this song other than it's just, I think, an extremely well-made song, catchy as all hell. Definitely should have qualified. If I were to offer my 2 cents into why I think it didn't, I think that maybe her staging was a little bit too convoluted. So we've talked about songs not doing enough with staging. If you guys recall, she was in the all black and she was doing the Manzemelev school of interact with LED screens around you. And maybe for a song that feels very folky, it was a bit of a disconnect watching staging that like felt more like dance pop, like it's like a Lady Gaga thing as opposed to this
Lady Gaga.
That maybe people were a bit confused as to why she was fighting shadow puppets in black latex when she's singing a song that I would have thought like frilly gown. And, yeah, that's my only theory behind it, because other than that, I can't find much of a theory as to why the song didn't qualify. It's just so good.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. It's like one that whenever it comes on, like when we're on a little drive, it's like...
Oh, it's a great road trip song. Such a good road trip song. No, I was trying to harmonize with you.
Oh.
I normally go lower. I'm the tenor.
I hear them calling me.
Bum, bum, bum. I hear them calling me. I hear them whispering.
Electro Velvet.
No.
I'm still in love with you.
I'm still in love.
Robbed.
I was robbed listening to that song.
I was robbed of 3 minutes of my
song
life.
held me at gunpoint and robbed me.
Not Greta Salome though.
No. Anyway, that is my absolute robbed diva.
No.
One of many.
One of many.
Speaking of absolute robbed
monsters and many.
Divas. Plural.
Multiple.
I was setting you up for a really good transition there because I knew what your next song was.
Connections. I'm taking us on a journey all the way from 2022.
Wow.
If you can cast your mind back to 2019.
Oh, I can't. It's too far.
It's too far.
Pre-COVID doesn't exist.
Woo, gone from the mind.
Yeah. The COVID memory loss.
I got that long.
I got the
COVID.
long COVID.
I don't, because I remember. And more specifically, what I remember is I remember the absolute blatant daylight robbery, knife crime in the street. That was the non-qualification.
Are you talking about Electro Velvet again?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other knife crime robbery that happened, which was the non-qualification of a bunch of absolute queen hunty mother divas called Tulia from Poland with their song. This song is so good. I think, I really enjoy seeing this as a bit of a precursor to some of the entries that came after it, including, sort of Vesna, including, Tautomatus.
100%.
I think...
I believe we may have even said in our Latvia, discussion this year that our concern for them not qualifying is due to getting Poland 2019 did. This
song is such a interesting and cool piece of music that, to me, well, admittedly, I don't know the all of the full meaning behind this song, but to me, the sound of this, it kind of takes me to it kind of gives me the vibe and the energy of a protest anthem. But
I see that.
Like an early, this is going to sound crazy, but kind of like a Beastie Boys, not vocally in any way, but just in terms of the structure of the music and I feel like you're not getting my connection.
That's so crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's too crazy.
To me, this sounds like a protest anthem. And underneath, if nothing else, it's just a bunch of absolutely slay hunty divas.
Yes.
Absolutely singing their lungs out. It sounds identical to the recorded track.
Yeah, it sounds really good. They
sound fantastic.
Their outfits, incredible.
Don't love the faces displayed in the background singing because
flames
also
coming outside.
Flames, fires of love, connections. I don't know if it was just the recording that I was watching, but obviously did brush up a little bit for this one. To me, it kind of felt like the voice, the faces on the screen were singing the song.
Yes, they were.
But it felt like they were out of time, and I don't think that the girls were out of time with the music because they were fine.
So the stage was a bit distracting is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was just it seemed like they were mouthing the words a bit later. Didn't love it, but that's okay.
I wonder, this song probably is also in the category of great song lacking mass appeal. It's interesting, a protest song, because I was always shocked by how these divas in their folk outfits made a blues rock song, because it's blues rock, the guitars and the keys over them. It's I'm like, okay, the black keys, and then it's just this.
No sleep.
I still don't. That's too crazy. Stop being crazy.
Brooklyn.
The black keys comparison is much better.
Yeah, fine.
No, it's anyway. Great choice, I will say.
you.
Fantastic.
Bring them back.
Bring him
is all I'll say.
Bring them back.
Bring them back.
I love the song too.
This song makes me want to wear a veil and just.
What do you mean?
They wear veils and they.
Oh, okay. Sure. Is that the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
They're spinning around in a circle.
No, I do remember, guys. I did my research too.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
But since you did do your research, may I ask what it is else that you have researched?
My final submission for the audience, please take my submission.
Please like me,
is 2017.
Mm-hmm.
We're going back to Kiev with Finland's entry, Norma John, Blackbird.
Ooh.
Now, I
Get the tissues.
I cry whenever I hear this song. So that's a pretty good, what's the word? Like standard for what I'm trying to tell you about quality.
Because I will say on a similar video that we did to this sort of topic of songs that are a bit underrated, I think that we had a couple of comments about this song, which did prompt me to go back and have a listen.
I mean, to be fair, we probably covered a bunch of. We've had comments about in our underrated video. I don't necessarily think these songs are underrated because I think that
they're well beloved.
They're well beloved, which is what makes them robbed. Underrated would be if no one was talking about them or eulogizing them. But
Jesus Christ.
So a couple of points about this song. I do like a ballad as much as we like a girly bop. I do love a ballad. I think it just has to be done through a lens that's a little bit more interesting than just like grand final on your country's version of the X Factor. And I think where this song really appeals to me is two things. The instrumental, like the piano noise, I can't explain it. There's like a slight distortion to it or a synth to it. But it's just, it is the most beautiful chord progression and soundscape that they make. And then her voice is
incredible.
I am speechless. Yeah. This song is emotional. It's like it punches me in the heart. It's one of those songs that I actually don't like listening to a lot because it's so impactful on me that I'm like, I don't want to cry right now. I'm not going to listen to it.
Like, actually, I've got things to do today.
Yeah, and also crazy to think that it's Finland who made this song because I think that, Finland's kind of gotten a reputation for being the kind of crazy party rock rap sort of. They're always the country that's going to bring a bit of fun, and so to have them bring something entirely different and then not get rewarded for it, I cannot understand. Again, not to shade 2017, it's one of my least favorite years in terms of like song quality from Eurovision, and to think that a song of this quality didn't qualify is just strange to me. It's such a strange. Again, my only thought is it's a ballad, and when you just stand and deliver a ballad, and you had Portugal that year doing the ballad to end all ballads, that maybe people just didn't vote in droves like they should have. But I don't know what else to say other than I think it's just some of the most gorgeous vocals. It's some of the most gorgeous production. Minimalism done to perfection. Like absolute perfection, and just emotion.
Like, I think that this song is so beautiful. You know what it reminds me of? The Beastie Boys.
That's not crazy when you say that.
This song reminds me so much of Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
Which some of you, if you don't know that song, you may remember it from the Emma Thompson crying.
That's the cry
in Love Actually. Those two songs give me the same.
Joni Mitchell, the reference makes a lot of sense.
Closer than the Beastie Boys.
Well, on par.
Fair. It kind of invokes the same sort of feeling.
I get that. I totally get that.
Like,
you just want to sit on your bedroom floor and cry because you realize I've been cheating on you.
Yeah. On both sides now.
I've been cheating on him with the Beastie Boys.
I knew it. I couldn't confirm it until now, but I knew it. There was rock in them sheets.
It was the necklace I bought them.
It was when you started wearing tank tops.
Yeah. Tank tops?
It's when you started wearing tank tops.
Are the Beastie Boys famous for tank tops?
They sound like they would wear tank tops.
Are you revealing that this whole time you actually realize you don't know who the Beastie Boys are, and you're just describing a different band?
Wasn't it Elvis?
Yeah.
Elvis was in the Beastie Boys?
Famous tank top wearer, Elvis Presley,
Well, I'm going to change the energy.
Yes, so guys, this is the last song we're presenting you on the list today, whatever time zone you're in, I don't care. So, Nick, give me your final submission to the jury.
The only thing I have to say to you, hey, stupid, that's rich.
Another 2022 entry by the sounds of it.
When it's coming to me on Mount Red. Brooke Island 2022. Did music exist outside of 2022? Apparently I wouldn't know.
Nick just watched 2022 recently, so he just listed all of them in his panic.
To be fair, I watched 2022 and I was like,
Robs. Rob.
Where's all the girls?
Yeah.
This song fucking slaps. Performed well. Fun, silly, girly bop, choreo, vocals, came to Brisbane to do a Eurovision party.
She did.
What do you not have available in this performance? What more could Ireland have done for you?
Ireland submitting one of roughly 3 songs that I would say are good from them in the last 20 years.
Look, they've turned things around a bit.
They
went really
Bambi
hard in 2024.
I think we'll see how next year goes, and we'll determine if Bambi was an outlier.
Hey, stop sending Norwegians. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Ireland. Yeah, look, there's not much that I need to say on this one. This is probably I will say this is probably my least robbed of my robbed ones.
Sure.
Where I think this is just me making an impassioned plea that I just wanted to have a fun dance girl
It's a party time. And I think 2022's grand final lacked good party songs. Yeah, I think that it would have been nice to have a little bit more of an upbeat energy that year.
Don't put Chanel out there by herself to carry the whole party on her shoulders.
She did, though.
I mean, she was fine.
She did.
But she could have had some backup.
I feel like that was a bit party. But yeah, no, I get your point. Brooke's song is so candy colored and neon and bright.
It just makes it has...
Yeah, she's bringing the party.
There's no deeper meaning. Sometimes it doesn't I know that we've transitioned from an extremely incredibly profoundly deeply beautiful song.
Yeah, this was a real 180, wasn't it?
That's rich when it's coming from you.
My favorite Beastie Boys song.
Beastie Brooke.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say on this other than that's rich. You think this song shouldn't have qualified?
That's
hey,
rich.
Stupid.
Oh.
That's rich. Coming from you.
No, we're trying to keep an audience. Let's not insult them. Yeah.
Love you.
Well, guys,
that was 10 robbed songs to a variable degree of robbedness.
I like this. So we have delivered a list of 10 really diverse sounding songs.
Not diverse year-wise.
Not year-wise. They really were confined to about 5 years, but that's okay. And I hope you guys agree, because I think there's some real quality gems on that list that how they didn't make the grand final, I'll never know. And then there's Brooke.
Yeah. But as always,
yes,
please don't forget to like and subscribe. And more importantly, get down in the comments, what are your robbed faves that failed to qualify for their grand finals?
Yes.
Now, obviously, I guess it's sort of easy to get mixed up between what we call underrated and what we call robbed. Underrated, as we discussed previously, is where it seems like they've been a little bit left to the wayside.
You feel like it's a song that you have to...
No one else is talking about.
That you in yourself would have to defend on a hill because no one else is talking about.
Robbed is when it's like, what the fuck
The whole room kind of agrees that it should have gone through. As opposed to you feeling by yourself being like, no, but guys, hear me out, this song's really good.
So then why did you bring up Red Sebastian?
What do you mean it was robbed? Objectively. That's just science, baby.
And that's science, baby.
Anyway, guys, thank you again for another great episode. We'll be back next week with more off-season content to fill your cup until Eurovision 2026. I'm already hearing stirrings of news coming out, so it's crazy to think that it's only going to get more and more from here on out.
Heckers.
Pretty heckers. But yes, thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Connections.
Bye.